right, so we are back, podcast number 16, and we're doing what we said, man. We're bringing these podcasts faster and doing more. So we have a special guest, obviously, from looking at the title, but we got Luke Rockhold coming on today to talk about his training camp, to talk about his fight coming up in Perth for the interim championship.
Are you going
against Romero? Absolutely, we all are.
All right, just making sure.
And yeah, it's cool, man. It's good to talk to Luke. I haven't seen him in a while. He's been to AKA Thailand, been here to Thailand with us before, and he's planning on coming after. So we'll have to catch up on that as well and see if that's still in the plans. And yeah, so what do you think, man?
I don't know. I'm excited for the fight. I mean, I would rather have seen him fought Whitaker, just because, real title fight. But I mean, not that interim's not, but
they're both title fights. I mean, the thing is here's my thing is, like, if I was him, it would be easier, not easier, but it would just be so much more less complicated to just have one fight, undisputed championship, and be done with it, So it's unfortunate that he's got to go through two people now. He's got to fight Romero. If he beats Romero, he gets the interim championship. Then he's got to fight Whitaker, then become the undisputed champion. So either way, he's going to fight both guys. But had Whitaker stayed in, it would be over and done on the 11th. We'd have the undisputed champion one way or another. And
I find it weird that nobody knows what injury he has.
Yeah.
Like, how did not one of his boys leak it out by accident?
I was thinking about that before this podcast, and I was like, man, right as we were setting this thing up, I was like, shit, man, I don't know why Whitaker pulled out. Why is that? I didn't do my research enough, I guess, but I think no one knows.
No, nobody knows. I don't think he knows.
So I don't think it's been public.
Yeah, so I don't know. Weird situation. Great guy. I like Whitaker.
Yeah, no, I do want to say Whitaker's an awesome guy for sure. Absolutely, man. Super friendly guy, super nice. I've talked to him at events before, and hardworking, and man, he gets it done. The crazy thing about Whitaker is, even though I like him so much and he's a great fighter, it's like he'll go against guys like Romero where I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the one.
That was scary.
He had a good run, but he's going to hit a loss on this one, and he just beats everyone. You can't count him out, man. He just manages to beat everybody. And
so does Luke.
And Luke, we don't have to even talk Luke up. Obviously, Luke was a champ, and he's beat everybody already too. And it's,
how do you see this fight going with Romero?
In my personal opinion, I think, okay, so we got to look at the facts, or my opinion, I guess. I'll call it facts because it's my opinion. In my opinion, usually it's facts. So Luke will for sure outwork Romero. He's a hard worker, man. Luke is just an absolute beast in the gym. He's going to outwork him. I don't see Romero beating him via decision or anything like that. So I see Luke has a decision if it goes to the decision. His striking game at the distance that he can keep with someone like Romero is too good. I think he has more than enough tools to knock him out. Mm-hmm. So I can definitely see a KO, maybe a kick or a punch that stuns him, and then a TKO follow-up, something like along those lines. And then his ground, which is, I think, one of his best things that he has.
That's how I'm picking him to win.
And Romero, he's gonna probably get the fight to the ground. And man, dude, Luke is a freak on the ground. Yeah. He is an absolute freak. He uses his length, his body type, and he's just an absolute freak, man. There's just not a lot you can do. You can't really prepare for Luke. Like, I've been training with Luke for a long time, and the last few times I've grappled him for my fight camp and my last fight camp, and then when he came to AKA Thailand, and then I went back to San Jose, and like, you can't prepare for that, man, because he uses his length so much that you can't change his body type. And so he's putting figure fours and wrapping himself around you in ways that, like, you just can't. You don't have any way of getting it off.
That's why I'm picking a second or third round submission, but like a rare one, shit that nobody's really ever seen, or that doesn't happen every third fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a rear naked choke, something easy. It's gonna be something weird.
I'm gonna go with like a little bit more extensive prediction here. I'm gonna say he's gonna get some kind of like good strike, like a kick or a punch, and then in the follow up, he's either gonna get a TKO or it's gonna be a submission. He'll turn into a submission. Romero will try to move into something or survive or cover up or something, and Luke will just take him into a submission or something.
I don't care how he wins, as long as he does.
Luke's one of those guys that'll do it. I mean, when you rock somebody and knock them down, I mean, most guys just try to punch their way to the victory. Luke will take a submission because he has no risk. He has no fear of getting put in a bad position. So he'll go for it at any time, whether the guy's hurt or not, and put him into a perfect submission. So
kind of like my style, same way I do.
Yeah. You've been choked out once and put up 0 resistance.
I let you.
But you didn't tap.
Yeah.
So hats off to you. There's probably, what do you think, 30% at least of UFC fighters have tapped from chokes?
100%.
100% of the time you haven't.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, dude.
We got to ask him about his modeling career, too.
Absolutely.
People say me and him look a lot alike, so.
Is that what it is?
I'm going to try to coattail off him and see what kind of channels open up for
me. You think he's jealous because I did the Esquire thing?
I wonder how many people tell Luke, hey, man, you look just like Mark Bagetsky.
Oh, probably so many.
Sick of hearing that shit.
So many do.
Poor guy.
Well, finally he gets to talk to you, and maybe he'll talk to you about that.
That's going nowhere.
I'm sure he gets asked a lot.
It happens.
All right, cool. We'll get to Luke.
Is he ringing in?
Yeah, we'll get to Luke right now. So let's go ahead and put him on. And by the way, I want to just say while we're waiting on him to come on, he is the earliest, the most ready guest we've ever had.
Yeah. He's actually waiting on us.
And I'll go ahead and say Daniel Cormier was the latest.
No, Dana was 3 days.
Dana was 3 days late, but he told us. But Daniel Cormier, we were just waiting.
Yeah, he was eating breakfast.
We almost did a podcast waiting on him to do a podcast.
With the rice, eggs, and gravy or whatever he ate.
I don't know what he was doing, man, but he definitely wasn't getting on the Skype for it was 45 minutes.
Oh, well. At least he showed up.
It was a great podcast, so once he got on, I think he was nervous.
Yeah.
Luke's probably nervous, too.
How much these people prepare to come on this show must be
this is it. This is
grueling.
The top. In the podcast world, this is right there at the very peak.
I think Joe Rogan texted me. He was like, hey, man, can I get on your show? I didn't even look at it. I ignored it.
Yeah, bad. He just had Mel Gibson on, by the way.
Who?
Mel Gibson.
Come on.
Buddy, that's an interesting guest, dude.
Really?
I'm not comparing podcasts. I'm saying that is an interesting guest. I'm gonna watch that entire episode.
I wonder how many times he's had Mickey Rourke on there.
Well, he didn't have Mickey Rourke on there.
Okay, that was our 4th one ever.
But I will say I am very interested in the Mel Gibson one because the stories that they probably talk, because Joe keeps people for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It ain't like a 30-minute podcast. So that'll be interesting to talk 2-3 hours with Mel Gibson. That's some stories right there.
I bet he's got some.
But anyway, all right.
Insight.
So we got Luke coming in. So we're gonna go ahead and get to Luke right now. All right, what's up, Luke? Welcome to the podcast, buddy.
Good to see you, buddy. How's things going over there?
Good, man. It's been a long time.
It has been, but I'm coming your way. So
you got to go get. You got to go
stop by.
You got to go get a title first, and then you're gonna swing back by Thailand.
Yep, cause some havoc in Thailand, just like last time.
Yeah.
How long you staying for?
In Australia? What are we talking about right now?
In Thailand.
Last time we did 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days. Mike ran me through the ringer in 3 days. I think we just did about everything you could possibly do in Thailand in 3 days.
We didn't sleep for 3 days straight. We did everything.
I got here 2 days after he was here. So
next thing I know, TMZ's reporting you doing crazy shit, and then we had to leave.
We almost got bit. We almost got bit by cobras.
Yeah.
We fought every day. We almost got killed by a tiger. There's a lot of things happen.
You knocked out our trainer.
Yeah, you knocked out one of our trainers. Yeah. Hey, he's gone. He's gone now, Luke. So
yeah, he's no longer with us. She'll be fine.
Yeah, when you knock out our trainers, we have to get rid of them.
He did try to take out my knee though. My fresh knee off surgery. So I was just trying to defend myself.
You did defend yourself. You knocked him unconscious. So that was pretty good, man. How's everything going with training, buddy? How you doing?
I feel good. Everything's fine. So it's just a little change of situation, just kind of adapt to it. And I think this fight's been meaning to happen, and it's gonna happen no matter what. I mean, Yoel's not going anywhere. I beat Whitaker and Yoel's next. So I beat Yoel and Whitaker's next. Either way, they're both gonna get done. That's
what we were saying earlier. We're saying, you obviously have to fight both guys anyway, but this division is so absolutely confusing with all these interim belts and stuff. So Bisping was a champion, and then GSP jumped ahead, and he fought. Then he became the champion, and then he vacated. Then Whitaker became the interim champion. I'm sorry, he became the interim champion, and then
because St. Pierre left.
Yeah, St. Pierre left. Now he's the champ, and then now you're fighting for the interim. So of course you have to fight both guys either way. But is it any less motivating that you're fighting for an interim belt versus just getting it all over with one shot with Whitaker, had he been able to fight, and then just do it and knock it out and be the full champion after February 11th?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to be undisputed. That was the goal, and that would have been nice to have. But I think having Romero as an opponent and beating Romero is a very telling situation. I think putting him away specifically would speak volumes, and so that's what I know I can do, and that's what I plan on doing. So that I got a simple task ahead of me: finish Yoel Romero, and everything will fucking fall in line.
Do you know why Whitaker pulled out? Do you know what injury it was?
I don't know exactly. I've heard it's fairly serious. No one has confirmed anything, but I know Whitaker's not going to pull out. I know he's not. Scared to fight anybody. Unlike Bisping and other people who just pitch out with that fight.
Yeah. And the difference.
I mean, you want to speak about interim belts? It's like there's really. I mean, Whitaker's been the champion for some time. Bisping lost his title to Dan Henderson.
Yeah.
I mean, whether fighting him or not, I mean, I think he fought the number. Dan was ranked 13th or 14th at the time, and I gave that fight to Dan. So that fight right there. He was gifted on home turf. GSP didn't earn his way to the title. He jumped in line. That's not realistic. He wouldn't be able to fight any of us and make it to that stage anyway. So Whitaker's been the champ. No one else is. I mean, closest thing to that is Yoel Romero, and that's why I'm fighting him.
So is it a huge change for you in camp, adjusting to this?
It's, obviously Romero's a great wrestler. He's offensive. Whitaker's going to be more technical on the feet. I think Romero, I think he's, I don't frustrate him. I think I force him into the wrestling, but I think he'll find that he's going to find himself in a worse situation than on the feet. So I scramble better than I think most anyone he's faced thus far, and I know my ground game is better. He may think he's capable of competing with me there, but he'll find out once he tangles up with me on the ground and gets to a bad situation. Wrestlers they can't compete with me, especially on their back. I'm gonna get behind him. I'm gonna put him on the floor if he goes there, and this fight, every time he explodes, every time he expends so much energy. I'm going to get back up. I'm going to reverse the situation. It's just a matter of time. He's going to slow down. I'm going to start getting to him. I'm going to start picking him apart.
Yeah. And how's training camp going down there now? Obviously, you've caught had a lot of questions over your training camp being moved and training with the new guys, and obviously Daniel's opponent down there as well. How's it going down there, and how's that whole thing work out with your training and his opponent?
Training's going great. You never want to get too comfortable. I think you getting complacent, getting comfortable. It's never good to live inside your comfort zone. I think you can only grow and get so far. I was born and raised in that town, in that area, and I couldn't be there any longer. I was, Kane and DC, they moved in, they have their families and they have other lives, and they're not really around the gym. I'm stuck there with no one to train with. I couldn't do it. I got a long career left ahead of me. These guys have kind of faded out. Khabib's in Russia all the time. It's like I need consistent training partners. I need inspiration, and I needed to get away from my hometown. And there's nobody that that fit me. So it was time for me to make a move. You know, I loved the team and the guys and what we built together, but it was time to go, and everyone supported that. And people are fucking stupid in this game and keep running their mouths about certain situations and what's what, but we're all professionals and I train in the same gym as Volkan. I was training in that gym before Volkan even got there, and this kid just came up out of nowhere. So this situation is what it is with DC. I'll be happy when it's over, and then I won't have to deal with any more bullshit. But I'm happy training with Henry and Kami and Greg Jones and amazing, just everything here for an athlete. They have everything you want in Florida. It's not California lifestyle, but for training, it's everything, and that's my complete focus right now. All I'm doing is training, so it's a great place to be.
And you're gonna have Javier and Bob Cook still in the corner for Perth, correct? Because
yeah,
I think they're planning on
what we
coming here
built
afterwards.
together and what they know me, they know how I operate, and that they'll be there. We built 10 years together. We have multiple world championships together, and it's something to have those people in your corner and fight week, and you know, they know my mentality, they know my style, and we talk on a weekly basis, a few times a week, and they're checking in with me, and I'm always keeping up with them, and so they'll be there, man. They're family to me, no doubt.
And they're also going to be here in Thailand afterwards, along with.
We're going to your fight too.
We're going to your fight, and then after the fight, we're going to bring you guys all back here and go crazy for like a week.
Crazy? Come on, it's all strictly business. Come on.
And then so go ahead.
Look,
oh, we're losing you.
Thailand.
Go ahead. Say it one more time. We lost you, buddy.
You guys got me?
Yeah, I got you now. Go ahead and say Thailand. What?
I said Thailand will be in order. It's definitely got to happen. It's on the way back, and it's a must.
Hey, we had a good time for those 3 days for sure. So
hey, I don't mean to change the subject, but are you watching figure skating? Is that what I'm seeing in the background?
That would be Logan's Dorley's choice.
So he was watching figure skating.
You know, it's relaxing. What can I just Hey, it's relaxing.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Get away from the fight world.
Whatever it takes, champ. So going back to your training camp, though, aside from training alongside him, seeing him, whatever the case, just your opinion in general, where do you see this fight going with Daniel Cormier this weekend? I mean, that's one of your best friends, and you know him better than anybody. So how do you see this fight going?
You know, DC's a wrestler. He's coming off his first real loss, you know, real hard loss that he's ever had. So he's gonna revert back to his ways, and that's, everyone knows what he's capable. You know what he does when he fights. He fights smart, and he doesn't get away from the plan. You know, when you're fighting a pure striker like Volkan, he's not risks. He's gonna go out there and he's gonna do his thing. And you know, Volkan's gonna try to stuff the takedown. He's gonna try to knock him out. He's gonna do what he do.
Yeah.
DC is he's been in the game for a long time. He's fought everybody in the game. He's only lost to Jones in a very close decision one time, and he got caught the second time, which I thought he was winning the fight. I just don't know. I don't think Volkan is on his level. You know, I completely step aside, and I don't play any.
We lost you again.
Shit. Get that Charles Bennett, Florida internet.
We lost you one more time. You there?
Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, okay. So you're saying you don't play any what?
Said I don't play any factor in this fight, and I haven't been training with Volkan. I've trained alongside of him a couple clips that they always seemingly tag along when we're doing strength and conditioning alongside of each other, but I don't train with the guy. You know, it's like I might have to train alongside of him for a little strength and conditioning, but that's it. And it's funny how they plug every little second that we're just in proximity of each other, and they're trying to tie into this, and all these fucking tinfoil fans getting involved and just manipulated by Conor McGregor and the snake bullshit, and people are just tied into this. It's so pathetic at times. But
switching gears real fast, so tell me about what's going on with you in modeling, because most people know, but some people may not know that you're quite the fashion model these days.
He's doing a still shot for us.
It froze and gave us a perfect still shot.
I'm just trying to give
us a perfect still shot.
I was on the cutthroat game to supply you. So injuries happen, and you gotta keep drawing paychecks. And so I don't discriminate against paychecks, like I've always said. And shit, I go train for a fight, I get in shape to fight, and you take a couple pictures on the side. It's kind of relaxing.
But have you done any print work for Esquire Taiwan yet? Because your boy here,
he's so stupid, bro.
It's on the top of my list.
Tens and 20s of people have seen Mike in his.
Oh, Jesus.
Nah, I'm kidding. Come on, I'm proud of you.
All right, so yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different, our photo shoot. So, no, that's cool, man. Most people, obviously, they fight to springboard into something else, and you've landed yourself into a nice little side gig already, but you're still just in the gym, grinding it out, fighting. I mean, what motivation is there in you to just keep going? You were the champ. Now you're fighting for the interim again. What motivation are you having inside to just continue fighting and making that the number one priority right now?
I love fighting. I'm too good at this game. I step in the gym. I'm the best guy everywhere I go, and I wouldn't deprive myself of, or the MMA world of that. It's like I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fight to my potential. This is what I'm best at in life, and I'm not gonna sell myself short. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go prove myself. People make mistakes. This is a wild game, and people slip, people fall, but it's like it's the champions, it's the great ones that come back and prove themselves over and over again. And I know that I'm one of the best guys to ever grace the sport. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna prove it.
Does it mean more to you to get this belt? Obviously the interim belt, and then eventually Whitaker, to gain the undisputed title again. Does that mean more to you now than it ever did?
I think every time you fight, in this circumstance, it's you got to constantly keep proving yourself. This will be my third world title. I've always been doubted. I've always got my haters. People are always going to talk. People are always going to run their mouths. The only person I doubt is the man across the cage from me.
No.
I've been on top of the game. I believe I was the best in the world back in Strikeforce. Anderson Silva, I came in from Strikeforce. I fell, but then I came back and I won the world title again. It's like I fell again, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna win it again. You're always gonna have your doubters, and all I can do is just go in there and prove them wrong every fucking time.
Yeah. Let me rewind about maybe 10, 12 years. I don't know how many years it's been. Do you remember a long time ago when we were training at AKA and you were starting to spar and work on your stand-up, and me and you were sparring, and you were in the corner, and you flipped out and did some spinning thing and caught me in the nose and busted my nose open, and blood was like everywhere, and then we pretty much got like a street fight in the cage, or not in the cage, in the ring. Do you remember that?
The Swick out?
Yeah. You did some crazy weird spinning thing.
We all appreciated a good Swick out.
What's a Swick out?
I remember Swick looking down, catching his nose, and then just turning up with just pure fucking red hatred in his eyes and just coming at me with full force.
I was trying to kill you, dude. So you had done some.
I fucking love it. That's what I love about. That's like. That's the bond of training, know, because I'm not going to shy away from it. And I remember clashing with you. I loved it.
It was good times, man, because I remember you clipped my nose. I was all bloody, and we got into it, and I was just like, I wonder if Luke ever remembered that, because we never talked about that since then. But that was just a classic Swick out of like you caught me in the nose, and I remember just bleeding everywhere. And I was just like, oh no, I know I'm not bleeding right now.
Who won?
We just went at it. We just street fought like almost with gloves on, and like just went at it pretty hard for like until I guess they stopped us. I can't really remember how it ended.
No one wins. No one wins in the gym. There's no such thing as winning in the gym.
But I was bleeding more because he did some weird floppy elbow thing. I was so pissed because I didn't know. I was like, what did you even hit me with? It was like, it was the craziest thing.
Question
man.
Mark kick or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was in the corner and he just did a spinning thing, but the elbow caught me on my nose. It was awesome. But I had to ask you because it had been so long. I had so many gym stories, but that was an interesting one for sure.
We've had some good ones. AKA has been filled with wonderful events. And then Cormier comes in the gym and just starts instigating fights nonstop. What about Matt Major? Can we talk about Matt Major for a second?
Yeah, those were the days. Matt Major and Phil Broney got into it, and then
is that the guy that lived in the gym?
Yeah, Matt Major lived in the gym, right? He was staying in the gym.
I think we all lived in the gym. I lived in the gym for a long time. I used to live in the gym. I'd come in there. I was like dead broke. I was in debt before the Paul Bradley fighting in like the Strikeforce Challengers. That gym up there, like that little like we had these like bunk beds, and the gym was in the industrial part of San Jose.
Yeah,
South San Jose, and it was just all ghetto at night and the weekends. I'd come in on the weekends. I'd stay there, and people would try to break in the middle of the night, and I'd run downstairs with a baseball bat, just screaming, hoping nobody would break in. Hey, you go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, crushing cockroaches in the shower and shit with your bare feet. It was just disgusting.
Lovely,
dude. You had to like
people don't understand the struggles that we went through. And it's like I didn't. Life wasn't always so easy.
You had to survive to live at AKA, man. Like
I was there. I mean, I never trained there.
It was the old school though. It was the old school
in
one,
shopping
man.
center.
No, it was like this warehouse thing, and like Matt Major lived. I mean, we had Matt Major. I think lived at the gym at some point. Pat Minahan was one of the first ones. I'm not sure if Thompson lived at the gym or not, but everybody had their turn, man, of having to defend themselves at nighttime with a baseball bat just to survive.
Sounds fun.
Hey.
But you went from Strikeforce Challengers.
Never forget it. Never forget it. It's a hardening place in life.
You went from Strikeforce Challengers to Strikeforce Champion to UFC Champion. So I mean, it was worth it. And now you got modeling on the side. So I mean, that's.
And you're on this podcast now.
And now you finally made it to the Real Quick with Mike Swick podcast. So
there's the pinnacle.
Are you nervous? Like you're handling it pretty well.
I know this is definitely feel right up there with that lion in the background. What's going on with that guy?
Loves our boy here.
So I got to ask you. I asked Daniel this the same. So when I was coming back and forth to Thailand to build a gym and all that kind of stuff, you've obviously been to the gym, you've seen it, and so you've been there. But that whole time I was leaving back and forth to build a gym, what were your thoughts on me being gone and building this gym? Did you ever think I was going to build a gym, or did you think I was just taking vacations to Thailand and just getting away?
A lot of the two, for the most part.
I think everybody.
For the most part.
For the most part.
I mean, you were passionate about it, Mikey. I'll give you credit. You always came back, and you're always up, and you're supposed the thing, and that's what it takes to create something special like you've done out there. So I'm fucking stoked to see what you've done and what's come to be. It's really cool to see. I couldn't have fathomed it come to this level, and it's truly one of the coolest places I've seen before it's even what it is now, and I can only imagine what it's like now.
I appreciate that, man, and like same thing for you, man. Coming from those days of us like street fighting in the gym and living in the gym to like you being the champion in multiple organizations, and now going to your fight here soon next month to fight for the championship again, man. Super proud of you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Always good to catch up, Mikey.
I mean, like I said, when you first came to the gym, you had BJJ and like a Point Break DVD because you were like, that was it. Dude, he literally had like a Point Break DVD and like.
Did you have a DVD player? That helped.
But then you came in, man, and you learned everything, dude. Like literally, you were, man. And one thing I credit you for that I talk to people about here is you've adapted your style to be your own. So there's no one else like you. A lot of people kind of like emulate other fighters, and they see someone else their same size, their same build, their same strengths, and they kind of emulate to be that person. You've taken like little bits and pieces of everyone at the gym and made your own style with your length, especially. So your BJJ and your grappling is using your length. No one can copy or emulate that. Your striking with your kicks and your movement. It's you've emulated and made your own style, which is, man, it's. When I was at your fight, and I think it was Australia, I believe it was, when you fought Bisping the first time. I think it was Australia. Man, I was just so proud because you're just like a full, well-rounded fighter, man. And to see where you've came from and what you've done and where you're going, I'm proud of you, brother.
Yeah, Mike. I really do. I'm gonna go surf my way through this Cuban and go show another level. I really feel like I'm just touching the surface, so I'm excited to go out there and to go silence the doubters and prove the boys right.
All right, brother. Well, I won't keep you any longer, man. I know you're busy. I know you're getting ready for your fight. I appreciate you doing the podcast. Thanks for taking time out for us. And
thank you.
I'll see you in Perth and in Thailand afterwards, and we're going to have some fun. Actually, we'll get you in studio here, hopefully, and do like a Bob Cook, Javier, Luke, AKA reunion.
After hours.
Not after hours.
I like it. Let's do it. Sign me up.
All right, brother, man. Good luck, man, and hope training goes good, and I'll be there for you, brother.
Thank you again. Appreciate it.
All right, see you, dude.
See ya.
So, not bad. Luke Rockhold.
Yeah.
Looks like he's ready, right?
He appears. Good-looking dude.
Yeah, has beanie on.
Got the Ralph Lauren purple.
Is
label.
That what it was?
Ralph Lauren purple label, yeah.
He said it was a Ralph Lauren purple, huh?
That thing probably costs more than my car, and he's wearing it on his head.
For those of you, we didn't film this, but he was talking about his beanie. Yeah. So when you look at the video of Luke, that was quite the beanie he had on. Yeah. It wasn't just a normal beanie. That wasn't like a beanie you buy when you go to the mall.
Yeah.
That was like a custom engraved Luke Rockhold initialed Ralph Lauren purple beanie.
It's LR and RL.
Yeah, I get it. I know the initials.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you've done all your modeling work?
No, they're initials to words. I get that. I learned that when I was like 8.
I didn't think you'd get that, but yeah. Good eye, buddy.
But yeah, good podcast. He seems focused. He seems ready. He seems like, and he doesn't seem to care too much about the fact that he's having to fight Romero. He doesn't seem bothered by it.
He knows, like I said, we talked about the other day. You got to fight both regardless. Who gives a shit what order?
Yeah.
He's going to beat them both anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, I see his style being too tough for both of them, but, I mean, one fight at a time, I definitely see him beating Romero. Romero's a powerhouse, don't get me wrong. I mean, they fought the same guys. The difference is Luke submitted well, he submitted most of them, and Romero knocked most of them out. So that stylistically makes up for a pretty decent match because you're going to have this guy that's going to be trying to knock Luke's head off, and you're going to have Luke playing the distance using his reach and kind of different striking game, and his ground game is just going to be phenomenal. I mean, no one is prepared for that. Even Weidman. I mean, when you see people that like watch Luke training and then they think they're ready for it, and then they get in there and they fight him, and then they get taken down, and Luke gets on top. It's a horror story for them.
I remember when y'all two sparred for when you fought 189, or y'all were just kind of rolling, grappling a little bit, but
he just smashed me up.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, that was before my fight, right?
Yeah, don't you usually train before your fight?
Yeah, but I didn't know. I can't remember if I rolled with him after or before. So yeah, he smashed me up before my fight.
Was in Vegas.
No, we were in San Jose, but I'm just saying that was before my fight. So
yeah.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, thanks, Luke, for smashing me up.
Hey, how'd you like to be that dumb asshole that breaks into AKA, and not only do you have to deal with Luke Rockhold, but he's got a bat too?
Dude, he's serious. Like, dude, the old school gym and the warehouse that people stayed in, that's how it was, man. It was like in the real rough part of San Jose, and like the fighters stayed there. And I didn't know how extensively Luke stayed there. I knew a lot of the other fighters stayed there. And we didn't get into the Matt Major stories. What we was trying to say was that Matt Major got into it a lot in the gym with a lot of the other guys.
I was there one time when he got kicked out.
We had a lot of like kind of like sort of street fight kind of things going on, like me and Luke that time.
Yeah.
But
and when I say know there's no winners, but you're bleeding.
I know there was I didn't lose that fight.
Why didn't you say that then?
I didn't lose that fight, dude. But that was Luke when he first came in. Luke first came in and like he was just getting stand up and like, or not getting stand up, but learning stand up, and he was a ridiculous BJJ guy, and he was getting better and better on the feet. And what happened was we were sparring and I backed him into the corner and I was landing, maybe trying to land a strike or something, and he just flipped out and done like a spinning something, some weird move. And there's nothing worse than when someone does something unorthodox and then catches you with it. Like,
that's what he does.
Because it's like, yeah, exactly. And he clipped my nose, and my nose was bleeding, and then blood was just like pouring, and then what he called swicked out. It's my bad habit in the gym. If I get hit hard, or if someone gets the better of me, or if I feel like if I bleed my own blood, I get angry and start freaking out. So we just went to war, and like,
yeah, I've seen that look in your eyes whenever I don't do the dishes.
Yeah, same thing. I try to kill him. I mean, it wasn't like we just fought. I mean, it wasn't like like a one-sided fight or anything. But the point was we got into kind of like, when I say street fight, it wasn't like a street fight. I'm just saying we just went full on. Like, that happens a lot at AK. When you got a lot of guys that have a lot of pride, and it's all champions there now. So all those guys were champions in the beginning. When someone proves that they're a champion in the UFC, they've always been a champion. They've always had that champion heart. So you have all that pride going in there, and yeah, it brings out the best in you, and you want to win the round. You want to win every single session. And I wanted to win that session when I was bleeding, because people looking up there seeing me bleeding, like you just said, I look like I'm losing, and like I don't like to lose a round. I don't like to lose to anyone. I don't care if they're better than me, if they're not better than me, whoever they are. I don't like to lose or to look like I'm losing. So I'll do whatever it takes.
I've seen you play board games.
Yeah,
You're a cheating motherfucker, dude.
I don't cheat, bro. I just don't like to lose. You think because I'm creative and I come up with these intellectual ideas.
You cheat at Pictionary.
No, bro. I never cheat. I just find ways around
the rules
to win. But it's like all like,
huh?
It's all in the rules. It's just kind of out of the box. That's all. I think outside the box. I'll go with that.
Wow. All right. Well,
I'm more of an aptitude type dude.
I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, that's why I beat you in board games.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Because you're using the word incorrectly?
No, it rhymed with dude, so.
Oh, there you go. Well, we're good then.
We're good.
I know what you're talking about.
As long as it rhymes, right?
Yeah. Don't judge it by the shirt, man.
And by the way, that shirt, just want to clarify for our audience, depending on the color of the video, that is not a pink shirt, apparently, because I made the horrible mistake of calling that pink the other day.
Salmon.
It's salmon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get a salmon shirt,
yeah,
we know where you can get one in Thailand, custom fitted with yellow stitching and blue buttons. And let me tell you something, how picky this guy is. If you watch my my stories on my Instagram, Mike Swick _Swick.
Oh yeah.
Mike _Swick. Sorry. If you watch my stories, you'll see that he wears these shirts every day. He looks sharp from the waist up, and then just gives up from the waist down. He'll wear shorts, high socks, purple socks, blue socks, pink socks.
First of all, I don't wear high
tennis shoes
socks
that don't match, jeans that are too baggy. It's a mess, man. It's an absolute mess.
You wouldn't understand.
But I will say, to not have any style below the waist and decent style above the waist, if he orders one of these shirts and it comes in and the buttons aren't correct, he flips his shit. It's like me and Luke.
I swick out.
Oh, dude, he flips his shit. I mean, you literally were hyperventilating because the buttons were too big. I think your quote was, "These buttons look like they came from Walmart."
They did. They were like fucking
clown buttons.
Yeah.
They were normal size.
No, they weren't.
You want little buttons. Like, you think the smaller the button, the better.
Yeah. I like what I like. And if I'm going to get you to pay for my shirts, I want them done correctly.
Hey, man, I mean, they'll do whatever you want, but that's whatever. Anyway, he likes his shirts.
I'm going to wear several in Australia.
Wait, yeah, you can bring in all your...
By the way, we should do some kind of small podcast, something from Australia.
I wonder if we can do that.
We can figure something out.
Yeah.
Bring James with us.
It won't sound as clear as this, but we'll do something, yeah. We're going to have
cares?
the whole crew there, man. Like you said, Javier, Bob Cook.
Well, plus all the other guys. Just
and
everybody
Luke,
period.
and they're all coming back here. So we're going to have, like, the biggest AK reunion ever.
We'll get a kangaroo.
All right.
You don't like kangaroos?
Have you ever seen one?
No.
They're fucking horrible.
Well, I know. What's his name? We ate some kangaroo. Yeah. We showed him, huh?
Yeah. What podcast was that?
It was like the second one, man. I don't think. Did we even have a guest then?
No, we were eating kangaroo. Obviously, we didn't have a guest.
We were talking about kangaroo jerky.
Yeah, we were stretching it.
We've really come up, huh?
Yeah.
I was wearing shirts from regular stores and stuff.
Oh, God. I feel so bad for you, dude.
Throwback Thursday.
I'm so glad the success of everything has just moved you up to that top echelon. Now you can be having a blue Ralph Lauren beanie with your initials on it.
Blue check next to my name.
I wouldn't go that far, dude.
All right.
That's hard.
It happens. But
cool. We're the worst at wrapping up shows.
What do I do here?
I was just explaining.
Spirit Spingles?
I'm just explaining we're the worst at wrapping up shows. So I'm trying to wrap up the
show.
Wrap it up? I figure if I put my hands out here, that lets everyone know we're going to wrap it up. And we're going to take it serious until, But as you've seen from our last podcast, we are the worst two guys at wrapping up shows.
Yeah.
And so before we continue on for another 30 minutes, we're going to wrap it up right now.
Should we?
Yeah. And we didn't pick a winner because we were rushed this morning. It's super early right now. And Luke had only one time that he could do the podcast. So we had to do it really fast. But we'll go back because we went back and did the winners of the other podcast. So we'll go back and we'll pick a winner like right when we edit this one. So it'll be posted on the description of the last podcast, episode number 15, Dana White in Thailand recap. So if you go back to that, you'll see the winner. If you left a comment, if you haven't left a comment, leave. Well, I guess I don't have time
Actually,
now.
If you haven't seen number 15, some pretty good stories about Mike in there. Again, I didn't know.
It's only me and Mark. We actually got to know each other during that podcast in an embarrassing, funny way. But that's actually a good episode considering the fact that we didn't have any guests. I thought it was pretty good. And we recapped Dana in Thailand. That's pretty interesting. I mean, how many times has Dana come to Thailand? Once. Yeah. So anyway, again, we're not wrapping up the show.
Okay, yeah. I'm going.
We're doing it again.
I got to go to work.
All right, so thanks a lot for viewing, guys. I want to thank everybody on Reddit, Underground Forum, all the guys leaving comments. Again, we'll give away another AKA Thailand package on this podcast in the comment section. So go ahead and leave a comment.
Let's put a link for Evan so you can get a hold of him and his artwork.
Oh, yeah, Evan Showman for doing the artwork and the graphics for the podcast.
But just his artwork, period, is outstanding.
It's outstanding, yeah. Definitely go to his website.
He's a weird guy.
EvanShowman.com, I think it is.
Yeah. We'll put it in the...
He's an interesting fella. But we'll...
Does he even have social media?
Yeah, of course he does.
Does he? Oh, I don't know.
And we'll put the link up and then check out his artwork. Leave a comment below, and we'll give away a free training package to AKA Thailand. And maybe you come when Luke Rockhold's here, and you can meet Luke and train alongside Luke. And
be around February probably Javier, 13th, 14th.
Bob Cook, yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Oh.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Cooking me dinner.
You are my Valentine.
Awesome.
Let's wrap it up.
All
right, guys. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will see you next time.
I'm proud of you.
We'll do it.
Jeez.
See you next time, guys.
Later, guys.
Real quick. With Mike Swick.